Hello. Yeah, so the title of this video is called Karma is a Bitch. Because karma is a bitch, isn't it? It is. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because I know that in my life, I have, and I think I speak for the both of us, I think I speak for you too, you who are listening to this. You do good things, you do good deeds for people, you do good stuff, and you think, well, hang on a minute, I ought to be getting some good karma back, and you don't, and you just get shat on by the universe, and bad things happen to good people. You hear that said all the time. Bad things happen to good people, and why is that? What if karma is true? Then why isn't karma working for us? Why is it working against us? And not everyone. Some people out there, karma is working for you for good or for bad, depending on what you deserve, and you're quite at peace with how it's working. But I think there's a big issue with, well, there certainly is, or was for me, until I figured this out, and I want to share this in the video. Okay, so see, what happens is, and by the way, before we address this, let's just give it a few other labels for those of you that don't call it karma. Some people have a problem calling it karma because that's a very Eastern term. In the Christian Western world, we would say, oh, you reap what you sow. It's the same thing. Sowing and reaping, karma, whatever label you want to put on it, right? Most people believe in karma in one way, shape, or form. And what happens is, right, we do good and we expect good karma to return to us. We expect good things to come back. But this is why we get bad karma. And you know what? This applies also to those of you who pray, okay, and don't get the result that you're asking for when you pray. Yeah, that's a big issue. A lot of people bring this up, and I'm not a religious person, but I know how the universe. Well, I don't know. It would be very arrogant for me to say I know how the universe works. But I'm just, as my life progresses, I'm figuring little bits and pieces out, and sometimes I'm proved wrong, and then I change, and that's progression. That's what a truther, a truth seeker, is. That's what we do. Okay, so what happens is, right, you pray for something in particular, or you're in expectation of some goods to come back to you because you've sown good seed, you've put good out there, and you're thinking good's going to come back. Okay, but while you're expecting that, you are anxious of the good that's going to come back. Okay, and what happens is, on a subconscious level, while we are anxious and worrying and expecting, okay, we are attracting the opposites, because there's universal law that opposites attract, okay? So we are sending out a vibe to say, oh, I really hope I get some good karma because I've done so many good things. We're almost keeping a tab of all the good things we've done mentally, and we're thinking, well, surely sooner or later, goodness me, for fuck's sake, I'm going to get something good come back, and we don't, and it's purely and simply because we're so anxious. And that anxiety vibe is going out and it's attracting the opposite. Opposites attract, and that is why. Okay, and I'm going to tell you how we can overcome that in just a second. Okay, so the same thing when we're praying. Okay, so people who are not aware of the power of prayer and how it is to be harnessed and used appropriately and properly. Okay, and that's a separate video altogether, okay, which we'll do another time, okay, but people that aren't aware of how to do that, they pray, and while they're praying, there's such sorrow and anxiety, like someone's in a hospital bed, and you're praying for them to get well, and while you're praying, you're so full of sorrow, and you're thinking, oh, please, make this person better. Oh, I hope this person gets better. And meanwhile, you're anxious that that person's going to die, and then they die, and it's not your fault, but it certainly does explain, perhaps partly, why you didn't get the result you desired. Yeah, because there are some powerful prayer warriors out there, and they get different results, and maybe because they just understand a little bit better. And I'm not taking away, but if someone's lying in bed, they're dying of cancer, they got, of course, there's like causes, there's cause and effect. I mean, whatever's caused the cancer, if it's not addressed, they're going to die. So there's other factors involved, but I'm not talking about all the factors involved. I'm talking about one factor here. Okay, so having said all of that, how are we able to get karma to work in our lives? Well, let me tell you this, right? This is what I believe, right? Now, you don't have to take this as a truth. This is just what I have come to believe as to be a truth, right? Karma, as with anything that works in our lives, okay, it works in our lives purely and simply because we believe it does. If karma is working for good or for bad in your life, it's simply because you believe that it is. Everything that is working in your life is purely and simply, nothing is either right nor wrong, but thinking makes it so. That's what William Shakespeare said, and that's what I believe. You do something wrong, and you get back up, you're feeling guilt, and you attract bad karma because of the guilt feeling. Well, it's only wrong because you feel guilty. Who says it's wrong? Okay, yeah, there's certain things that are absolutely wrong, but we've created morality. Morality wasn't just there it's been created. Through thousands or millions of years, we've evolved and created, and it's been passed from generation to generation. And we've now got a code of conduct. We've got right from wrong, and if we believe that we've done something wrong or we've done something right, we're going to put that vibe out there and attract accordingly. Okay, so how do we receive good karma? Well, I believe it's like this. Okay, what we need to do is, when we do the good, let go of any expectation of having a return on your investment. Okay, don't expect anything back. When you do good, okay, just do it, and just do it not expecting anything in return, and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And it's very liberating. If you don't expect anything back, then you're not going to be anxious, and your satisfaction and your joy and your peace is in its fullness in just the very act of doing the good thing. And you just keep doing it, and forget about it. Just forget about it. And don't even give any thought to, I wonder if one day the universe will repay me. Don't even go there. And you know what? If you do that, if you just let go, right? That's the key. Just let go. Let go. Just let it go. And I think that you will. And make sure you do let go. Don't hold on to any subconscious hope that you're going to get something back. Otherwise, we're back to square one again. Okay? But if you're able to do that, and if you can't do that, if your mind is, then you can achieve that through some programming, self-programming, affirmation. Just some repetitive, just getting it deep into your core belief system. That's a separate video again. You'll start seeing different results. So just some thoughts on karma, and there it is. And hope you enjoyed it.